Hey bass friends, my name's Craig. I wanted to show you all my new Pete Skjold bass Erskine whaleback model, exotic series, I believe. I think that's because Pete uses some woods on some of these exotic series that isn't like of the standard, although he does use them a lot. I think this is a Zerakote fretboard, which I've never had on any bass, and I just love it. I love the feel, the look, the sound. It's a nice thick slab on here. He's got his gold Evo frets, I believe is what they are. 0 fret. It's a 33 scale, strung E to C, which is something I haven't had yet. I just really like it. I play a 6-string, but kind of found that I don't really use the B string a whole bunch, and I love that C string, especially with our band's music. There's it's a 3-piece instrumental group, so there's a lot of room for like some nice chords and that kind of thing, and this bass is just going to really be great for that, I think. Active passive. It's a Obice body with the madrone burl top, and that was kind of what led me to this bass, watching Pete post these on Instagram before he actually puts them all together. He just has the bodies cut and the necks and kind of tells you what they're going to be and whatnot. And the madrone hit my heart. My son and his girl had a property up in Washington, and there was a lot of madrone trees up there, and we built an off-grid property there. It was beautiful, and anyways, there was a lot of madrone trees on it, and I always telling my son, man, he's a woodworker, I'd love to do something with madrone on a bass. It would be so nice. And then Pete's showing this with this, and I'm like, I wasn't really looking for a bass, but that in itself kind of grabbed me. And then this Zerakote fretboard, which I've never had before, and I thought, I'm gonna go for it. It's always kind of scary when you do something like that. You've never played one of these basses, and or any bass that you kind of sight unseen and seen pictures of or whatnot, and just read reviews on. And anyways, Obice body, like I said, it's an active passive preamp. Sounds great, passive and active. It's a very musical preamp. It's all Pete's electronics. There's two soap bar pickups under this ramp. Another thing I've never had on a bass is a ramp, so it's really different than any bass I've ever had, which is really nice, or any bass that I have now. Active passive pre. It's a volume blend, stacked bass and treble, push pull mid-range, high and low, and passive tone control, which I love on an active bass. I probably just would never want to have one without that. It's so nice to just be able to subtly just drop that down a little bit if you need to get a little more bass or whatever. I like a warm, clear sound with my tone, and I told Pete that, and he recommended this bass, and just with the woods and everything. So he just nailed it. The guy's like an artist, man, and it's just a beautiful bass. I believe it's a 1-piece maple neck, and it just sounds amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna do any virtuosic playing. I'm just gonna let you hear some of the notes. I have a Bergantino Forte HP and a Bergantino 12-inch no tweeter cab that they just came out with, and then the AccuGroove cabinet. I really like that combination for my basses, and how it's clean. It's just whatever the bass is going in there, it's just nice, and be able to make your adjustments here kind of is pretty cool. Here's passive with the tone control all the way up. Sounds great. And then pulling that passive tone control all the way down, it's nice because it's not super harsh and it doesn't get real muddy when you get down to the bottom. It's just so musical, the preamp. I don't know if I've had a lot of basses. I don't know if I've ever had a preamp that was so smooth and musical. Is all I can, the way that I can explain it. Back in passive, and that tone control's all the way down. I'm gonna bring it back up and back it off a little. Is usually right where I like it. Right about there. Treble is back and just rolled up just a little bit, and the bass was all the way up and then backed off a little. Mid-range is in the upper position here, kind of centered, and that's kind of right where I like it. Oh, I wanted to say these cases that this case is awesome. Total, beautifully padded, total quality, tons of pockets, great straps. I mean, just seeing that thing was super impressive. And then when I opened this, I was like, oh my gosh. Seeing pictures of it online, everything was great, but to actually be able to play it and just it just every day it speaks to me more. It's pretty awesome, really. It just sounds so musical. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's great, but it's so. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to um, relearning all. Or not relearning, I guess, because I really kind of went back to playing 4-string for a while with our group, and from 6 to 4, and then just kind of missing that C string. So this is like perfect. I never even really thought about it, but um, for me and what I'm doing musically, and then just noodling around at home. I just really dig it. I'm gonna really look forward to hours and hours and hours of playing this bass. Yeah, Pete Skjold, just great guy. I talked to him a bunch of times on the phone. He actually called me when I got it and wanted to know what I thought. It was just really cool. I never really had that experience before with a bass builder, and such a cool guy. I would recommend one of his basses like all day long. That's it. My name's Craig. Um, check out Pete's Basses. You won't be disappointed. Have a great day.